Dear subscribers and viewers of Impressive Topics, here we discuss several topics, just a discussion about topics which are impressive. And today we are going to discuss about Christianity or being a Christian. I got a question from one of my viewers in Someone's Loom YouTube channel, where I posted the previous video about things which confuse Christians. And that person asked the question about who is a Christian, what the meaning of Christian. Okay, if we go to the Bible, we find the book of Acts chapter 11, verse 26, we see how the first disciples were called Christians at Antioch. And once we find that the history behind it, we can see Paul was taken there by Barnabas for the preaching of the gospel. And the first disciples there were called Christians. We find there who called them Christians are just the heathens. They are not called Christians because they called themselves to be Christians. So they were called Christians because of what they professed and how they acted. They acted like Christ, but do the heathens know Christ? Maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe they heard about him and his life, about Jesus Christ, I mean. Or we can say that they were professing to be certain people of following Christ. So they were just a group. But something else we can find in the book of Acts, the same book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 28, where we find where King Agrippa, when he rebuked Paul, that do you want to change me to be a Christian by several words that Paul said. So if we find that becoming a Christian means you have to be somebody, to believe something different. This message can be for Christians, those professed Christians. Also, this message can be for those people who want to be Christians. I believe that people who are atheists, that people who are just Muslims and the other religion, because we have several religions apart from Christianity and apart from Islamic religion. People of Buddhism and Shintoism and several Judaism. Becoming a Christian is not easy, but still some people they claim to subscribe to this religion, this group of movement or people, without knowing what being a Christian means. Christianity is just different from other religions by this reason. Christianity is not about doing what the religion speaks. That's the difference between, if you do what the Muslims believe, it means you're a Muslim. No matter what your relationship with God. If you pray 5 times, for example, for Muslims, you pray 5 times a day, you are just circumcised, you do this one, you give zakah, and so on. So, what Muslims believe means you are a Muslim. They won't ask you, do you know God? Does God speak to you? No. As long as you practice what things they believe on, you are just a Muslim. The same to other religions. It's about doing, being light, doing this one. But Christianity is different. Though some of the religious leaders and the preachers, we want to make Christianity to look like that one. But Christianity is not like that one. Christianity is just a relationship with a person known Christ. Other religions is just to believe what the person said. But we believe that our initiator of this movement, of this faith, I should not use movement or religion. The initiator of this faith was Christ, and he's Christ. He died and then he rose again. So he is alive. We trust a person who is living, who is not dead now. We trust and our faith in a person who can save us. Different from other religion. Other religions, they believe on what they say so that they can have certain life after that and so. But Christianity is about we trust in a person who is our savior. Means we cling to a person who is our savior. So he saves us from certain praise to another praise. And Christianity, really Christianity, to differentiate from Judaism and other religion, this one, we are saved by that person by just having faith in him. We just have to have faith in him, then we are saved. Not doing something what Jesus said. That's why there are few Christians who practice like Jesus Christ. Surely, yes. Jesus Christ had the same clothes. Jesus Christ did not have a house. Jesus Christ did not do this one. Every food he got, he just gave it. He did not just fight things for himself. Jesus Christ did not have a business. Surely, yes, I believe so. He had no business. And so you can find that Christianity is not, people are not doing like what Christ did. For example, his pattern of life, he did not get married, he was single. Therefore, all Christians should be like Jesus, not getting married, no? We believe in Jesus Christ as a person to save us, as a savior. His life is our substitute. We are considered righteous by God by just believing in him. Therefore, we have the righteousness of Jesus Christ. That's why the term comes which says that Christ is our righteousness. We can discuss this topic maybe in another video, but to give you the glimpse or something to test on about Christ's our righteousness, I mean this one. Christ is our righteousness. What does this mean? Whatever you do, what is right, it's your righteousness. If you are doing something right, what the law says, any law, maybe moral law, ceremonial law, your country law, whatever, your community laws. If you do what they say, it's your righteousness. You are righteous. Once you are taken to the court, you are righteous. It's your righteousness. Means whatever defends you is what you have done. But Christians, we take Jesus Christ as our righteousness. Therefore, if we go to the court, we don't go with what we have done. We go there with, this is my righteousness. Jesus Christ is our righteousness. So if you want to be a Christian, believe this one, then other religions is different from Christianity. We know we have been indoctrinated from different sources of education. We have been indoctrinated with our previous religious background. Maybe we are Catholics, therefore we want to come to Christianity with some sort of things of religion, of Catholic faith. We bring them here. For example, I want to show you something that Christianity have, which is Catholic. For example, you do a certain thing which is bad, and then you want to do something to compensate your feelings. For example, maybe you sinned, then maybe you committed adultery. For example, I don't mean that you did so you is watching me. And for example, you have sinned and committed a certain sin, and what happens after this one? You have to compensate. You go to do evangelism, and then you do evangelism, you distribute books and so, then you start to feel good. Therefore, you cover your sin by certain things which you do good. That is just like a pending for indulgences, that Catholic faith. And what is the there? You can read the story of John Huss and Wesley and others, Martin Luther, and so. If you want to go and read the book of histories, they are there, and then maybe you can find the book of Great Controversy. To make it short, you can get a summary of those events there. But the book of Great Controversy written by Ellen G. White. Okay? So what we can say is Christianity, we believe in a person who is Jesus, who has saved us. That's the meaning of Christianity. We should not equate Christianity with other religion. But in Christianity religion, we find several different denominations. Seventh-day Adventists, there are Baptists, and so many denominations, Pentecostals, other Protestant churches, and there are so many. But that's not Christianity. All of us we can call we are Christians because we profess to believe in Jesus Christ. But really Christian is a person who has a positive relationship with God. Do I mean that maybe he talks to Jesus every day? Yes, you talk. You have to pray. But the prayer is not just like an obligation that you have to just to speak certain words morning, afternoon, evening. Some they take it maybe because of the book of Daniel. Okay, you can do that one. But what I'm here to discuss in impressive topics, this is an impressive topic by the way. Remember to subscribe. To subscribe there, the comments, because I have 100 subscribers, so you can add one. You can subscribe there that you can add, because I don't want to mix this video contents with other channels. For example, I uploaded the previous in someone's room to share it, but it seemed like it went to die. It died because it started low. Then the CTR, called click per times CTR, click times CTR. I don't remember. Okay, you can find it yourself. Went down. Therefore, it was not to be suggested more to other people. So it's just like dying. We're just killing it. Okay, so what I'm saying is Christianity. If you want to be a Christian, you have to believe in Jesus as your savior. Your savior. You are a sinner, yes, a sinner, totally a sinner, yes. But in Christianity, we believe although you have done 100 sins in this world, if you go to Jesus and have faith in him, he will save you at the end. Doesn't mean that if you're a Christian, you'll be successful. No, it's depending on your brain. Success, okay, God gives a blessing. Okay, yes, God can bless you. But he bless you with your work. Means this earthly things, because you are not taking a car in heaven. God cannot say, okay, I want to give you a car because you are not coming with this in heaven. Okay, no, God gives you a car and everything. He blesses you if you work. And then as you work, God gives you something to just support you in your life for this life you have at this moment here. Okay? Another thing we can say in Christianity is we just expect Jesus Christ to come back and take us home. Yes, we have 1,000 years to live there in heaven. Millennium 1, millennium when Satan will be born here in chains, but not physical chain, but just a spiritual chain that Satan will not have any work to lie or to deceive anybody. According to the book of Revelation chapter 21, yes, I believe so. And then what happens for Christians? They're going to live with Jesus forever. Christians believe Jesus Christ is a Son of God and is God. According to the book of John chapter 1 verse 1, in the beginning there was a Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word became a flesh. According to the book of John chapter 1 verse 14. Therefore we believe that that's what Christianity is. Christianity is not complicated like other religion. Christianity, we have something called forgiveness. Christianity teaches to forgive. If you are a Christian, you have to forgive 7 times. I mean, 490 a day. If a person goes offends you, therefore, that's Christianity. We have several things what we believe in, but the basic one is just a foundation. Christianity believes in Jesus as personal savior of an individual, not a group. Of an individual. Christians believe we are not saved as a group, we are saved as an individual. So we are as individuals, you know. So that's how Christianity is. You can believe it. You can choose to be a Christian. I welcome you to be a Christian. And if you have a different question about Christianity, okay, let that down in the comment. I'll be glad to answer your comment, maybe by creating a video, and as it is impressive topics. So we discuss several topics, not afraid to suggest any topic you can discuss as long as it's in a Christian arena. So we have discussed it and share the knowledge, because I believe we are not equal. We are just like stones being in one house. So therefore, I cannot preach like Pavel Goya, Walter Faith, and so and so and so. I share the knowledge I have for you. Therefore, believe in Jesus Christ. Accept Jesus Christ as your personal savior. Only what you need, first thing, is to believe. And once you believe, you will act as Christ did. You don't act to be saved. Sorry for that. We don't do something good because we want our own righteousness. Our own righteousness, our own ticket is Jesus Christ. Therefore, we are just once believing, we are directly gone to Jesus. But what happens next? We will discuss one day between law and grace. This is an impressive topic when we discuss the difference between law and grace, and what we don't need to confuse. Okay, and what Jesus came to do away. Some believe that Jesus came to do away. He came to pay, to fulfill the law. One day we will, by God's grace and guidance of Jesus Christ. Therefore, we need to believe as Christ believed. Oh, faith of Jesus. Therefore, we talk one day about what is the faith of Jesus. Why do we need to have the faith of Jesus? This is another topic, What I've discussed is about being a Christian, what the meaning of Christian. Christian is the person who has a personal relationship with Jesus, and the one who is saved by faith in Jesus. Believing that Jesus Christ is my personal savior. I'm saved through him, and his death is my last one. He paid for everything that I've ever done, and I deserved it to die eternally. But Jesus Christ came to die for me. Only that, if you're a Christian,